Hello, listener. My name is Eric, and I am here to read to you the first and last pages of every book in my shelf. Preliminary notes to the second reconstructed and revised edition. The author assures the reader that he will not have to die if he reads this book, as did the user of the 1691 edition when the Khazars dictionary still had its first scribe. Some explanation regarding that edition is in order here, but for the sake of brevity, the lexicographer proposes to strike a deal with the readers. He will sit down to write notes before supper, and the reader will take them to read after supper. Thereby, hunger will force the author to be brief, and the gratification will allow the reader to peruse the introduction at leisure. Section number 1. A history of the Khazars dictionary. The event discussed in this lexicon occurred sometime in the 8th or 9th century AD, or there were several similar events. And this subject is commonly referred to by scholars as the Khazar polemic. The Khazars were an autonomous and powerful tribe, a warlike and nomadic people who appeared from the east at an unknown date, driven by a scorching silence, and who, from the 7th to the 10th century, settled in the land between two seas, the Caspian and the Black. It is known that the winds that brought them were masculine winds, which never bring rain. Winds with a yoke of grass, which they trail through the sky like a beard. One late Slavic mythological source mentions the Khazars Sea, which could be taken to mean that there was a sea called the Khazars Sea, since the Slavs called the Khazars Khazars. It is also known that the Khazars established a powerful empire between the two seas, preaching a to us unknown fate. When their husbands were killed in battle, Khazar women would be given a pillow to hold the tears they would weep for their warriors. The Khazars entered the annals of history when they went to war against the Arabs and concluded an alliance with the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius in 627 AD, but their origins remain unknown and all traces of them have vanished, leaving nothing to show by what name or people one should look for them today. Let them sit for a coffee together and compare the masculine and feminine exemplars of their books. They are different. When they compare the short passage in Dr. Dorothea Schultz's last letter, printed in italics in the one and the other exemplar, the book will fit together as a whole, like a game of dominoes, and they will need it no longer. Then let them give the lexicographer a good scolding, but let them be quick about it in the name of what comes next. For what comes next, it's their affair alone, and it is worth more than any reading. I see how they lay their dinner out on top of the mailbox in the street, and how they eat embraced, sitting on their bicycles. With that, we end today's session. I'll see you tomorrow, same time.